Well, that wasn't what I wanted. I hated the outcome. The Denver Broncos lose to the fucking Las Vegas Raiders for the 7th straight time. To 17 to 16. 16, 16, 16. I hate that number. It's my least favorite number in the world now. The Broncos are cursed with that number. I think the only way we can break that curse is if we beat a team by 16 and they have 16. So they have to win 32 to 16 to fucking reverse the curse or something. I don't know. I don't care at this point. But that was, it wasn't, like, if it wasn't the Raiders, I don't think it would be that bad of a loss. But it was a bad loss, like, in general. Every loss is bad. But this one, like, we had opportunities to win the game, but we didn't capitalize. Let's go over it. Let's go scoring drives and then stats and shit or whatever. Oh, fuck. I don't care. I'm kidding. So scoring summary. The Broncos, they went for the onside kick, didn't get it. It was really close. It was like at the 9. They almost recovered it, didn't. And then Jacoby Myers, 3-yard touchdown. That's the the thumbnail for this video. Jacoby Myers touchdown. It was a nice touchdown over Damari Mathis, who is not a starting corner in the league. I gave him a chance last year. He had a up and down rookie year. This year, so far, one game. It's been fucking terrible. And then the next drive, literally, with 44 seconds left in the first, the Broncos drive down the field, and nice throw by Russell Wilson to Lil Jordan Humphrey in the corner for a touchdown. But Will Lutz, another guy who's on the hit list, missed a PAT, like, fucking bullshit. And then the second quarter, the Broncos hold the Raiders to a field goal. It's 10-6. And then the Broncos, with a little help from a PI, get to the end zone. And then Russell Wilson throws a 5-yard pass to Cortland Sutton to take the lead 13-10 going into half. I'm feeling, at this point, I'm feeling like we have to play better because, again, we weren't that, like, the Raiders were committing a lot of penalties. Obviously, I was happy we had the lead at half, but I wanted more. I want it all or whatever. So, and then the Raiders drive down the field, and then Jimmy Garoppolo throws an interception to Kareem Jackson, which was tipped by Alex Singleton and picked off by Kareem Jackson. We'll get to him later. Broncos do nothing, kick a field goal. Now it's up 16-10 in the fourth. And with 6:34 left, the Broncos allow another touchdown to Jacoby Myers, and they take the lead 17-16. And that's all she wrote, really. The Raiders run out the clock. Jimmy Garoppolo with a big run at the end to seal it. We'll get to Jacoby Myers. I hope he's okay. He got fucking popped in the head, and Kareem Jackson, this is like, I don't think he's like a dirty player, but this guy is really reckless. He's reckless. He's like, he wants to have a big hit every time. And if he leaned with his shoulder instead of his head, it would have been 4th down and they would have kicked the ball. But no, unfortunately, Jacoby Myers is concussed. Probably. I don't know. It looks like it. He would look dazed, unfortunately. And the Broncos, they cost them the game. I think the key points were the pass rush. 0 sacks, 1 tackle for loss. Like a couple QB hits. Fucking nothing. The pass rush, garbage. Everyone garbage. Fucking Zach Allen, he did all right. He had that tackle for loss to Josh Jacobs, but it didn't mean anything. Kareem Jackson, ass. I don't care about the interception. Justin Simmons, ass. Jonathan Harris, ass. DJ Jones, obviously he's a defensive tackle, didn't do that much. Cooper, Clark, they all sucked. Bassey, I guess he did really good with coverage for Hunter Renfrow. He locked him down. I don't even know if he had a reception. He probably didn't. So the pass rush was terrible. And Will Lutz was terrible. the Raiders only punted once. We only punted twice. This was a weird game because I think both teams had a lot of time of possession. It wasn't really quick 3-and-outs, really. It took a while. Which is one thing I can say about the Broncos. Like, at least they're getting in that right direction. Tyreek Wilson didn't play that much. Obviously, for the Raiders, Max Crosby had a sack and Jared Tillery had a sack. So the offensive line only gave up 2 sacks. But the Raiders defense had 7 tackles for losses compared to 1. I don't know how many QB hits. QB hits. I don't fucking know. I know that Russ got pressured more than fucking Garoppolo looked clean. It was like, remember when the Broncos came to Lambeau and played the Packers and they had no pass rush? It's basically the same thing except not a blowout. I thought our running game was good with Javonte and P. Ryan almost to combine 100 yards. I thought, our leading receiver was P. Ryan, which is funny, so that helps the running game. Even though one of those runs was bad. Son had a touchdown. Lil Jordan had a touchdown. So, yeah, and Jacoby Myers probably player of the game for the Raiders. 81 yards, 2 touchdowns, 9 receptions. Unfortunately, probably be out for like 4 weeks. He'll probably be on the IR or something. Hopefully, he gets back because, he had a really good game. And obviously, he knows the Patriots system. So, yeah, for the Broncos, they got to move on. They got to fix a lot of things. Vance Joseph, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know if I can believe in him. Because, obviously the preseason games were like, oh, it's preseason. But now it's a pattern with these blown games. I'm more mad about the defense because the offense could have had 21 points if it wasn't for fucking Will Lutz. The defense, my God, top 5 my ass. The pass rush was terrible. They were giving up big plays to Jacoby Myers. Devontae Adams was shut down by Surtain. He had 66 yards and 6 receptions. So Devontae Adams, the devil or whatever. Jimmy G passed for 200 yards. So like, the pass rush, and they can't get pushed. They can't get pressure on the quarterback. Hopefully next week with Sam Howell, we can get that done. Their offensive line for the Washington's all right, but they barely beat the Cardinals. So we should at least win by like fucking 7 against Washington, but I don't know about that. It's just we should have won this game, but the Broncos find ways to lose. I thought Russell Wilson was all right. Obviously, this would probably be one of his best games last year, but now this is like a building block from last year. So he looked way better than a lot of his games from last year. A couple touchdowns, with throwing to Troutman, throwing to different receivers. Hopefully Jerry Jeudy's back next week. Add that. I'm happy that Sutton got a touchdown, but overall, I'm mad that we lost. We should have won this game. I wish we would have went for it. Well, when was that? I wish we should have went for it in the fourth quarter instead of kicking a field goal because it was like 4th and goal on the 5-yard line, so we don't get it. I know the defense is not good, but they're doing good against the run and they're backed up. So odds are that you're gonna give up a punt most likely. So just not it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth losing to the Raiders again. Again, they own us right now. Same with the Chiefs. The only team we own is the fucking Chargers, and they suck. Blew it against the Dolphins, and the Chiefs lost. But again, they just won the fucking Super Bowl, and they played without Travis Kelce and Cristiano. Cristiano. Yeah, but yeah, it's a 3-way tie for last place in the division, and the Raiders are in first. Enjoy that, Raider fans. It won't be long though. It won't be long. Probably the Chiefs will fucking be back in first place, unfortunately. But other than that, GG's to the Raider fans. The Broncos have to play better next week. They got Riverboat Ron. They got fucking Sam Howell. You got Dotson, who's a really good young receiver. Robinson, who's a good running back. Their D-line's really good as a collective. So, I don't know. It's going to be a little bit hard running the ball. I think it's going to be a little bit harder because obviously they have Max Crosby, but Washington has a better D-line overall right now. But anyway, thank you for watching. Comment below your thoughts on the game. And, yeah. 0-1. 0-1. Season's not over. I'm not hitting the panic button. We lose next week. I'm hitting the fucking panic button. Because, like, these are supposed to be our easy games. But, obviously, we're probably on the same fucking level as those teams. So, that's all I gotta say. Peace.